Merry Christmas and a very happy 2023. We are sure that by now, almost everyone has had one contact or the other with the tremendous upgrading of rail and road infrastructures that have been carried out by the Muhammadu Buhari administration. Whether it is from Lagos to Ibadan, from Ore to Benin, from Bida to Suleja, Asaba to Onitsha, or by rail from Lagos to Abeokuta, Lagos to Ibadan, or Abuja to Kaduna. Surely it has been a jolly ride this Christmas. It is said that better soup na money cook am. It is taxpayers' money in action. But you see, before that taxpayers' money gets into government coffers, there are men and women who work behind the scenes, tax administrators at various tax offices at federal and state levels, tax advisors in private practice, and many others. How do you train to become a tax administrator or tax practitioner? What does it involve? And if you choose that career path, what is in it for you? This is what this episode of Tax Matters is all about. We are going to hear from our children, the leaders of tomorrow.
Do you provide goods and services? Then you must answer these important questions. Are you registered for VAT? Do you charge VAT on the goods and services you provide? Do you keep records of all your transactions? Do you file VAT returns? Do you remit VAT collected to government coffers? If your answer to any of these questions is no, then you are breaking the law. The law demands total compliance. Therefore, you must register for VAT. You must charge VAT on goods and services. You must file VAT returns. And you must remit all VAT collected on behalf of government within 21 days to the bank nearest to you. To do otherwise is a crime punishable everywhere in the world. VAT is prescribed by the law. Do the right thing. Collect and pay VAT. This message is from the FIRS. It pays to pay your tax.
On Thursday, the 27th of October 2022, the Lagos chapter of the Society of Women in Taxation organized the 2022 edition of the Public Speaking Competition for Secondary School students in Lagos State. Topic was the prospects of taxation as a career choice in Nigeria. Barrister Cecilia Odibo, who is the chairperson of the chapter, is the tax controller Alaba MSTO of the FIRS.
The aim of this public speaking competition is to establish the significance and necessity of taxation to societal development as a veritable choice of career for the younger generation to embrace. This forum is therefore a stage to provide the background and impetus necessary to stimulate the interest of our younger generation from the secondary school level towards taking taxation as their first choice of study in the future.
A total of 9 schools were represented at the competition, which was witnessed by a high-powered delegation of the CITN comprising of past presidents and council members. Dr. Titilayo Fowokon, a council member, stood in for the president of the institute.
The topic of discussion tagged "The prospects of taxation as a career choice in Nigeria" is apt and germane to efforts it play towards shaping the career paths of young Nigerians. As you know, taxation is arguably the lifebuoy of any nation. In fact, there's no nation or climate that can experience any meaningful development without an effective, efficient, and consistent inflow of tax revenue. In view of the critical nature of taxation, opportunities are bound for each student in this hall to become a tax professional, which will qualify you to either practice taxation, work with tax authorities or related departments in both formal and informal sectors, or even become an authority on the field of taxation and related studies.
It's not a debate, it's a public speaking competition. So you are presenting your own genuine and original discourse, okay? And so you'll be given 5 minutes each. We have 9 schools present here.
Now to the business of the day.
Public buses, bridges, public universities, stadiums, etc. These are all amenities and infrastructures provided by the federal government for the welfare of its citizens. But where actually do all these things come from? This is what we have to understand as citizens of a country, that all these things don't just come out of thin air. There's a reason behind this, which is tax. So what is tax? Tax refers to a compulsory levy imposed on citizens of a country by its government in order to source revenue for its expenditures. So it's an obligation of every citizen of a country to pay that tax in order for the movement and the efficiency in the administration of government activities. So we have different taxes in Nigeria: capital gains tax, company income tax, personal income tax, stamp duties, custom and excise duties, etc. So what are the careers which we can go to when we study taxation in schools? We can become tax officers, we can become tax administrators, we can become tax supervisors, we can become tax and compliance executives. To study tax or to study taxation in Nigeria is not so cumbersome. You only need to have an O-level requirement in order to gain admission to the institutions such as Caleb University, Coal City University, Bayero University, Kano, and etc.
First of all, what is a career? A career is defined as an occupation undertaken within a specific period of an individual's life with the opportunities for progression. A prospect can be defined as the probability of a business becoming successful and profitable within a period of time. Taxation can be defined as the arranging and the collecting of tax revenues for the purpose of providing social amenities to a country, a state, or a nation. And the various careers which are under taxation are as follows: a payroll specialist, a tax associate, a tax analyst, and a financial planner. So what are the prospects of taxation to an individual in Nigeria? Number one, we have a strong employment prospect. A career in taxation helps a person to be sorted after. He gives a person value. A career in taxation rewards a person's ambition, and there are no barriers to how quickly you can get to the top as long as you have determination and you have a strong ambition. Taxation is also emotionally rewarding and intellectually rewarding because it helps you to develop skills. Not only does it help you to develop your analytical skills, but it also helps you to develop communication skills, helps you to be globally exposed. Due to global recognition and mutual opportunities of the CITs, taxation helps a person to know more about other countries' taxation systems, their weight and measures, and also helps you with people's skills, helps you to talk to clients, helps you to give sensible yet innovative financial advice to clients.
According to Albert Bushnell, taxation is the price which civilized communities pay for the purpose of remaining civilized. Taxation is essential for the growth of a community. For communities to remain developed, they have to pay taxes. These taxes could be direct or indirect. Direct taxes like income taxes, company taxes, amongst others, or indirect taxes like value-added tax, which everyone here knows as VAT. Basically, taxation helps to keep the country afloat, and they are one of the major sources of revenue for the country. Taxation has many things to offer individuals. The problem is that many people don't consider taking up taxation as a career. Many ask themselves, what do I want to do with taxation? Is taxation beneficial to me? It's actually beneficial, and it's possible to take taxation as a career in Nigeria. The requirements are not really cumbersome. All you need is 5 credits passes in maths, English, economics, and 2 other relevant subjects. Then you proceed to register for JAMB and pass. Then gain admission into universities like UNIBEN, ATU, that's Adamawa State University, and Caleb University in Lagos here. There are many other universities that also offer taxation as a career. After graduating, you can work as a tax accountant, a tax manager, even a tax attorney. A tax attorney is one who is specialized in settling or litigating tax disputes. The tax professionals also help in building the nation's economy. They can help in analyzing tax matters or communicating with clients. You can work as joining the firm, or you can start your own ventures. You are not just limited to working to a tax body alone. You also can get to work with a fat salary. Many of us here want salaries that are attractive.
You are watching Tax Matters, and what we are sharing with you are excerpts from the public speaking competition organized by the Lagos chapter of the Society of Women in Taxation for secondary school students in Lagos State.
Today, I want to talk about a social pressing issue. It is not police brutality, it isn't malaria, neither is it female genital mutilation. It is the process of taxation as a career choice here in Nigeria. Has anyone ever thought about the biggest problem we have here in Nigeria? It is unemployment. The rate of unemployment has reached a surprising peak. It is rising so fast that it has been estimated that in the next 10 years, Nigeria is going to have 90% of individuals without jobs. One of the main factors which most contributably complements unemployment is most probably ignorance. Yes, Nigerians are close-minded when it comes to their choice of careers. Everyone wants to be a doctor, lawyer, or even engineers. Yet there are lots of career prospects that we all fail to understand that has a good pay as well as moral standards. One of these being the career prospect of taxation. Taxation is an excellent career for the academically minded. It requires attention to detail, good math and English skill, and also the ability to communicate. Therefore, if you have an interest in maths and law, then this is the career for you. Who are the tax professionals? These are experts who know the nitty-gritty of tax law, comes up with innovative to help individuals and organizations save money, do all the calculations, file all the paperwork, and also explain what needs to be done in a very simple way. To help you understand the career prospect of taxation, there are a list of pointers that has been created. One of these is saying goodbye to career stagnation. Would you want to experience career stagnation as an individual or a youth? Certainly no. Taxation is one of the very few careers which brings to you new challenges every day. And if you feel you are good at number crunching, then taxation is undoubtedly going to push those buttons. Secondly, we have excellent compensation. My dear students and my fellow speakers, would you want to go for a job that doesn't pay you well? That is a very big no. A career in taxation prepares you to bag an excellent salary package. Working in almost any industry, would you want to go for a career that has a less need in most industries? That is no. When you train as a tax expert, you get the skills that would be relevant to almost any domain of your choosing. Thanks to this, you won't have to worry about being stuck in just one or two fields. You can explore as much as you want to. Demand. Would you want to go for a career that has a less demand? Certainly no. Nobody would want to go for a career that has a less demand in most of our industries. You can take taxation as a career prospect because it has an ever-growing demand. We have the explore varied jobs. There is a host of career profiles to choose from these. One of them is the financial advisor, tax collector, tax consultant, accountant, and wealth manager. Global exposure. This is a job that exposes you globally. By choosing to work in this field, you can get to work in some of the most exciting parts of the world. Isn't that every professional's dream?
If you've ever mentioned the word tax in front of children, you just get blank stares, if any even know the meaning at all. Because in nursery or primary school, tax isn't exactly what is spoken about. All we learn in school is that paying taxes is a duty of citizens. Tax is the compulsory contribution to the state's revenue by the citizens, while taxation is the levying, that is the enforcing of these tax on citizens. There are 190 offices nationwide, and those offices need people to fill them. And there are lots of job opportunities in all of them. But still, with all these job opportunities, you still never see any child say, "Oh, I want to be a tax specialist when I grow up." Why? The first reason is ignorance. In the Nigeria we live in today, our parents or the society makes us feel that there are only 3 basic career paths. That is in medicine, law, or in banking and finance. Most people want jobs with money, and they think the only way they can acquire this money is by being a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer. But in reality, everything actually takes a process. Schools give career talks, and most of these career talks don't include taxation-based jobs. So if these jobs are included in our schools, of course, people would want to go in that line.
In order for one to go into taxation as a career choice, you need a degree in any accounting-related subjects. You have to study economics, commerce, use of English, and financial accounting or government. You also need a good skill in mathematics. Now, what are the prospects of taxation as a career choice? Varieties of job opportunities. You can work anywhere. You can work basically anywhere in any company. Every corporate organization, every individual needs someone handling their paperwork. They need someone who can audit the financial aspects of their lives. They need someone who can help them in things where they don't know. That's where you come in. That's when you work. That's where they need you. You have to study taxation, not just because of yourself, but because of other corporate bodies, because of the government. Studying taxation can make you the Minister of Finance. You can be the head of a financial department. You can be an auditor general. I wake up every morning to see my mother. She's a manager in the Federal Inland Revenue Service. And I just look at her and I'm like, I want to be like this woman when I grow up.
It's getting hot, isn't it? 6 gone, 3 to go, and then we'll let you know the winners. Remember, it is a public speaking competition and the topic is the prospects of taxation as a career choice in Nigeria.
The significance of tax to the development of any modern economy cannot be undermined. The policy of taxes symbolizes the redistribution of cardinal resources amongst public and private sectors in a country. Thus, it is imposed on individuals and corporate bodies in a country. The revenue produced through taxes are recycled by the government in order to support positive developments which add value to the country's education, healthcare, unemployment assistance, pension scheme for retired public workers, as well as public transportation system. Tax administration is confronted with many complex and multi-layered issues, some of which include tax illiteracy, power association between tax authorities and taxpayers, corruption, bribery, and other fraudulent activities among tax authorities. Regardless of the problem taxation faces, there is still a very feasible future for it. There are multiple prospects of taxation as a career choice. Tax is one of the main sources of income to the development of any economy, society, or government. But what is the use of taxes if we do not have competent tax analysts, tax administrators, tax collectors, tax managers, and so on to implement the taxes produced into the development of our country, Nigeria? I'm sure some of you are wondering, why should I choose taxation as a career? It is very discouraging for some people to think of a career where day-to-day routines are repeated and there is no change or challenge ahead. Well, choosing a career in taxation would change this, as careers in taxation not only involve calculations, but involve a little bit of everything, like law. Understanding law is a crucial part of a career in taxation. Understanding human psychological behavior is also a crucial part in taxation, because to have a career in taxation, you have to be able to communicate with different people of different personalities. In addition to lack of stagnation, of career stagnation, choosing a career in taxation would enable you to be excellently paid. And who doesn't like being paid well? So why should you devote your life to a career in taxation? Well, because of the high demand of individuals in taxation and also the need of a mix of talent in the industry, one would feel very treasured and valued in their various work profiles. The question now is, what is stopping everyone from considering a career in taxation? Because after this, I would definitely be rethinking career choices, and so should you.
Aside being a source of revenue, taxation has the potential to be a powerful tool for stimulating development in a country. Hence, taxation is more than revenue. It is also a tool for national development. Social contract. Effectively, tax administration changes the relationship between citizens and the government. When citizens see the tax system as being fair and find value in the public services they receive, they are more likely to comply with tax laws. In addition, due to the massive reduction of manpower, there is little or no trained tax officers in order to carry out their duties effectively. What I mean by this is in a situation where there are no seasoned tax professionals to ensure the smooth running of tax payments, there will be chaos in the society. And lastly, let's be honest, no one likes paying taxes. Oftentimes, people complain about paying too much of it, or about other people that are not paying enough. But taxation is a topic that should not be avoided. It is important for many different reasons, as it touches the life of each and every one of us. In fact, how we tax, who we tax, and why we tax determines the kind of society we become.
I wonder why a lot of people ignore taxation and overlook it when there's so much prospect in it. I'm here to open up your mind to it. We all know that as students, we are looking forward to a career choice which will enable us to live a good life as well as bring great things into our country, changing our society. There are various career choices such as medicine, pharmacy, nursing, engineering, and many more. But we should all look at taxation and see that taxation as a career choice has high prospects in Nigeria. Before I go on, I would love to give definition of some terms. Prospect is the possibility of future success in an endeavor or in a pursuit. Then you have career. Career is an occupation which one devotes his time to, puts his energy, his skills in order to accomplish it for a good future. Then tax, which is the main subject here. Tax is a compulsory contribution which is imposed by the government authorities through their agencies such as FIRS, SBIRS on the income of individuals as well as the profits of companies and the goods and services. Now, on the other hand, we have taxation. Taxation is the process of levying, collecting, and assessing taxes from taxpayers. Basically, looking at Nigeria and the economic activity and our national existence, you can all tell me and you can all see that taxation as a career choice has high prospects. Because with the money that flows into our country, definitely with our high population, every minute and every second, we have businesses put in place. And now, before one can journey into taxation as a career choice, I would love for us to know the requirements that we need to meet. First of all, we need to get a bachelor's degree in accounting. That's for a business student. But you should know that taxation as a career choice is not just only open to business students. It's open to humanities students, science departments, as well as business. And I, as a science student, I would chase a bachelor's degree in computer science, which will enable me with the knowledge and the skills to create softwares and programs that help me to revolutionize taxation in the digital economy. In conclusion, I'd love to tell you that as a person who wants to do great and who wants to succeed in taxation as a career, he or she has to excel in relevant subjects such as math, English, and economics, as well as enroll in professional exams such as ICANN, ACAC, and also involve in CICN, which will enable the person to specialize in taxation.
Powerful, thank you. Very loaded.
At the end of it all, winners emerged.
I would love to call to the position number 3 with 69.2%. We have Igbobi College.
Congratulations.
We have the first runner-up with a total points of 79.8%. We have Marywood Girls College.
Speaker and representative. Congratulations.
With 80.4%, we have subgrade secondary school.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to Top Grade Secondary School, Lagos.
Surely the young shall grow, or have they grown?
I am excited by the potentials of the next generation of tax professionals. The level of knowledge being displayed by the younger generation on taxation speaks profoundly of the caliber of tax professionals that will emerge in the near future.
There's nothing more to add. Once again, Merry Christmas and a Happy Year 2023. Thank you for watching.